Hello team and family. Today we're going to be working on writing each fraction as a decimal. We need to round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. So let's start off with 3/8. I'm going to put 3/8 up here on the top left. So first thing I need to do, if I'm going to change a fraction to a decimal, I'm going to divide. So I'm going to put my division bar. I remember that FISO stands for first number in, second number out. So I'm going to put 3 inside and 8 outside. Now I'm thinking to myself, how many times can 8 go into 3? But before I do that, I also want to put a decimal below the division bar and also put one above it. Draw a little arrow so you can see that I moved it up. Then I'm going to add 3 zeros. And I like adding 3 zeros just because usually that's enough, and I should be able to figure out what my answer is before I get to that last zero. So 8 goes into 3 0 times. 8 times 0 is 0, and 3 minus 0 is 3. So I just did divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So now I'm going to bring down the 0, and I'm going to divide 8 into 30. 8 goes into 30, 8, 16, 24, 3 times. 8 times 3 is 24. 30 minus 24. I have to borrow from the 3, make it a 2, carry over to the 10. 10 minus 4 is 6, and then 2 minus 2 is 0. Next, I'm going to go ahead and bring down the 0. How many times can 8 go into 60? So 8 times 7 is 56. 60 minus 56. So I'm going to borrow from the 6, make it a 5, give back to the 0, which is now 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, and 5 minus 5 is 0. Last step, I'm going to bring down the last 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 minus 40 is 0. So the proper fraction, 3/8, is 375 thousandths as a decimal. I'm going to put 375 thousandths right next to 3/8. Alright, we're going to do one more example. Let's try number 4, 5/3. So I want to change this improper fraction. It's improper because the numerator is larger than the denominator. I want to change it from an improper fraction to a decimal. So thinking about FISO, first number goes in, second number goes out. Before I start dividing, I'm going to put a decimal by the 5 and above the line, and then I'm going to add 3 zeros. So first one, can 3 go into 5? It goes in 1 time. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Bring down the 0. 3 goes into 20 6 times. 3 times 6 is 18. 20 minus 18. Borrowed from the 2, make it a 1. Bring back to the 1's place. 10 minus 8 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. Bring down. So I see that I got 20 again, and it looks like it's going to keep just repeating. So it's going to be 1.66666, and it looks like it's just not going to stop. So I'll write my answer down here. 1.6, and you can put the line over top, which means that it continues on, or you can do 1 and 2/3. But since it says to write it as a decimal, we don't want to write it as 1 and 2/3. Put an X through that. We want to write it as 1 and 6/10 repeating. And that is my answer.